Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. So today's showcase is going to be a Matchbox special. So obviously out of the Mattel diecast brands, I guess Hot Wheels probably gets most limelight out of the two main ones. So I thought it would be nice to give Matchbox the room it deserves because it's got a great history. It's a brand that has a distinct vibe compared to its more eccentric counterpart. And I find that, as you can see in the little lineup in front of us right now, it has some excellent castings, basically, that make it a little bit unique versus what Hot Wheels would produce. So without further ado, we're going to check out a quick selection of 5-packs, recent 5-packs from Matchbox. We're talking about basically 5-packs, not necessarily 5 of my favorite 5-packs, but 5 that were easily accessible on the moment and that had some interesting castings that were pretty unique to the Matchbox line versus what Hot Wheels has produced. So basically, without further ado, let's start checking these out, basically. So first one we're going to check out is a 2019 licensed 2020 release 5-pack. So this would be the Highway Speeders from Matchbox, basically. So again, 5 cars. So we're going to check out these 5 cars basically quickly one by one. There are quite a few cars to check out today, so let's give it a start. So first one we're going to check out here is going to be the Jaguar XK120. So one of the original Jaguar products, basically the first definitive post Second World War Jaguar. So nice variation with the black surround dog dish capped trademark wheels from Matchbox and a nice light yellow cream color with a black interior. Very nice cast, basically. Also the XK150 fixed head coupe was also produced from Matchbox in several variations, just like this one was. And yeah, it's just a really good cast. Classic British motoring right there. Definitely something that's nice to look at. Secondly, here we have, as you can see, a well, I guess current / last gas generation Dodge Charger, the pre-facelift, Dodge Challenger, sorry, pre-facelift version, and a nice cool metallic green. Very nice color, definitely. You can see a little bit of the metallic swing there that has a little bit of gold flake in there. It's a cool color because it's kind of reminiscent of a real Mopar color that's actually offered. Mind you, both the Jag as well as the Challenger and all the following ones that we're going to check out today, they do have front and rear tampos in full. So thought that was an interesting thing to note, and it's something that I really like about Matchbox. They sacrifice side livery most of the times for full front and back tampos, which is something I can definitely commend. Next up, we have a really nice Mark 1 GT40. Mark 1 GT40 in a light metallic blue. Again, full tampo front and back with the knockoff style old school wheels. Another wheel design from Matchbox I really like. You'll obviously see the Challenger has the classic 5-spoke or modern classic 5-spoke wheels in chrome, so that comes back often, basically. Next up, we have a casting I especially love, and this is the only version of this casting that I actually have. It's the Volvo P1800, so a little bit of Swedish classic iron right here, with the, again, dog dish wheels, but this time with a chrome surround. Sorry about that, just need to hydrate a little bit. Yeah, basically nice dark maroon red metallic. All of these so far have had gray bases, except for the GT40 that has a black one, although it doesn't really show on the body cladding. So but Matchbox does often do these gray bases, which are, they're give and take basically. The chrome basically makes, I find, the cars look a little bit more toyish, whereas the gray, although it's more subtle and gives more room to look at these cars as smaller versions of the real thing, does kind of lose a little bit of pizzazz basically, and makes it a little bit more mundane. But at the end of the day, I find that's what makes the Matchbox charm. Basically, the fact that they just represent real cars at a smaller scale. Last of this 5-pack is a Hawkeye WRX STI Subaru in the Polizei livery, so German police. You'll see that this is a theme that comes back. Matchbox has several themes like this that come back. If we're talking about, the light green Parks livery, or some of the INC construction vehicles, or all kinds of different things. The Polizei is really cool because basically it's a real thing, a real livery, a real police force globally, and it's fun that they make all kinds of vehicles, and you'll see another one of these a little bit later on here. So yeah, really cool STI. The Hawkeye is not a cast that's made by Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels does make the Bug Eye in premium, and does also make the obviously the 22B cast, the coupe there, whereas Matchbox does the I believe it's called the Cat Eye, the last generation STI. Thank you, by the way, for to Jake for from Strictly Diecast for pointing out the name of that, because that was one that was elusive to me, although I am a Subaru fan. So yeah, basically this is a cool cast that's not made by Hot Wheels. So yeah, very nice stuff. Nice police livery. You'll notice this one has a side livery. It also has a, if you can make that out, a little bit of a livery on the hood as well, plus the police strobes on the top. Does not have front and rear tampos, but hey, those are pretty easy to add if you're doing a little bit of a detail job there. So all right, next up, check 5-pack number 2. 5-pack number 2 would be a 2020 license, 2021 release, as will be the 3 following, so I won't be repeating that. These would be MB Exotics. So we do have some exotic collections from Hot Wheels as well in the Hot Wheels Exotics line. So you'll see that the MBX selection is a little bit different basically. First one we're going to check out is this nice Gallardo LP 564, 560-4 should I say. So this is a police liveried one. Kind of looks like the UK police, but in a less geometric, blue and yellow square, kind of like checker flag type of design, but still very cool. You'll notice that it's supposed to be a UK one. You have this loose one that I have here that's the Police Nationale from France. So basically the federal police as opposed to the local one. So I've added a few details to this one, namely the, just put this aside a second here, the blacked out grills on the front. Front light tampos are already done. Added some little side indicators there. And did the rear detailing just a little bit. Added some rear lights as well as the exhaust detail right there, just to make it a little bit more appealing to the eye. But overall, great cast. You can see again the strobe light for the police right there. Had to differentiate from the Hot Wheels version, since obviously Matchbox and Hot Wheels cannot make the same casts for, obvious licensing reasons. So we've already gotten a sneak peek at cast number 2. Cast number 2 is the C6 Corvette ZR1. Front and rear tampers are done on this one. You can see a nice white with black top. The twin 10 spokes on there. Definitely a very, very nice casting. And you do have, you can see on there on the hood, that plexiglass little window to that LS9 supercharged 6.2 liter V8. Definitely a very nice cast. A couple side details are really all I would need, because all the rest is really perfect. You'll notice also the abundance of side mirrors on these vehicles, which is a big plus versus the Hot Wheels versions. No offense to Hot Wheels, I love Hot Wheels, but Matchbox has got them down to a T with the mirror inclusions on most of their castings, so at least the realistic ones. So number 3 is, to me, the star of this set. Look at that in the middle. Oh, nice Zamac finish. Ford GT. So the 2005 plus 2005-2006 model. Again, those same twin 10 spokes in chrome. And again, front and rear tampos. Very nicely done. Actually, I don't think, yeah, no, this one actually does not have rear tampos. This would be explainable by the fact that it's got some black Go Fast stripes across the car. So no side stripes. So this would be a this would not be a 5-option car, 4-option car. Sorry, from the factory. 4 options on a Ford GT would be first and foremost, instead of the 6 spokes, which are pretty rare, the BBS wheels, the twin 5 spokes, kind of like 5 Ys basically. The side stripes, which are absent here. The Go Fast twin stripe on the top, which is another one. And there's also the sound system upgrade, basically. It was pretty popular as an option. So, yeah, this one does not have one of the stripe options. The wheels are obviously Matchbox wheels, so they're not similar to any of the 2-wheel options on the Ford GT. And the sound system, I'll leave it up to your imagination if it's included or not. Next one is a classic Matchbox cast, which would be the Jaguar Type E. My favorite variation is one I picked up on the pegs, probably at this point, 15 years ago. But same exact car, same exact wheels, but in a nice khaki green. These knockoff 3 spokes definitely give it a little bit of a souped up look, modified look versus the actual spoke wheels that you would find on the original. Notice the fine detail work, and this is original. It's not added by me in any way, shape, or form. The fine tampo work on those little tiny lights on the chrome portion that's part of the base here. Phenomenal work. Just that hood that goes on forever, like that classic shape. This is a style icon without a doubt. And that khaki green, olive green gloss color just is so period. So I mean, even those side indicators there are done tampo wise. Kind of hard to see in the light here, but yeah, they are definitely done. So, you know, look at that grill, front end, classic stuff. Pretty good tampos for the front lights, but all in all, great cast. So in this little 5-pack here, you've got it in a kind of like a version of the Grabber blue, but a little bit lighter, maybe a Smurf blue, sky blue. Nice gloss color again, same details. And to finish off the set, we've got the Lotus Evora. This is the only version I have of this cast as well. Again, with those twin 10-spoke chrome wheels. You've got a really nice mix of a greenish yellow, kind of like a lime green, you know, kind of like a 7-Up thing going on there. Great tampo work on the front. The rear does not have tampos, as tampo work was used to do the front hood, or should I say the frunk vents. So we are lacking some rear tampos on there, but all in all, excellent cast and very easy to detail if you want to add some rear detail to that. No rear view mirrors on this one though. E-type either, but I mean, that's kind of normal because in period you would have had some chrome bullet style rear view mirrors on the wings, but they were actually the series 1 at least was sold without, and the mirrors were an option. So there you go. So let's move on to pack number 3. So this would be one that would contain a lot of classic cars. This would be the Coffee Cruisers. This is Coffee Cruisers 2. So let's check quickly on these. Classic cast once more from Matchbox. You've got this nice V-Dub Beetle. Tampos on the back. Tampos on the front, baby blue gloss with a white base. Again, those dog dish with chrome lip wheels, perfect for this car. And this version, which is the most recent iteration of the cast, does have a kind of like color-coded soft top molded onto the roof. I do have a loose version of this that I didn't pull out in bright red with a gray base, but you know, didn't feel like going too far into this. One of my favorite casts of all time from Matchbox, and number 2, which would be this nice Lotus Europa. So mid-engine cross-flow twin cam engine on the back. The big valve normally would be reserved for the Europa Special. And what does that look like in its best livery? We'd be talking about the JPS liveried, John Player Special liveried version. This one I slightly tweaked in detail, so I added some fog lights, front lights. I also did the rear lights on the back here. As you can see, little dab of silver for the exhaust. This is a mid-engine car, super light, and very, very unusual profile, almost like kind of like a Ute style body line, but yeah, there's no pickup box in the back of this one. We're talking about the engine being in the back. So chrome interior on this version that's black with that gold detailing, and the knockoff style tri-spokes, but with the without the chrome in the center portion. So very, very cool cast, and that was my favorite variation. This is another cool variation in yellow with this the number 6 meatball there, little yellow stripe. No front and rear tampos, but you still have the detail for the rear bumper that's done in gray to match the base. Same for the front, and mind you, these are not part of the base, whereas the side skirts definitely are. They are painted, and the base, as you can see, is yellow, so pretty cool. Next up, we have a 30s Plymouth sedan. So cool cat. I like these Dick Tracy slash Al Capone slash, you know, Prohibition era kind of cars in between the two wars. A very cool cast, which if you'd like to see more in detail, I have the first release of here in blue. So I did add the front lights on this because they were sorely missing. But besides that, this is all stock. Oh, actually, I did add the rear light too, from what I can see. Just one light in the back. The other fender does not have the rear light. But again, you know, safety norms were not the same at that point in time. Yeah, you know, here and there, just had a couple little notes there. But as you can see on the side of this one, we do have some door handle details with the locks, whereas on the version that comes here in this 5-pack does not have those details for the door handles, but does have a pinstripe going around. So that's a cool little variation on the theme. Both of these have the same wheels in regards to the dog dish wheels, but with the black rim. Next up, we have a cool 47 Chevy pickup, so 3100, obviously with the flare side. You've got here a little bit of a livery on the door, and you got a reverse theme for the same wheels in regards to the Plymouth that's above. Talking about the black dog dish with the chrome rim, which is kind of cool as a variation. Nice khaki color. Cool little shop truck kind of thing. Some pinstripe action going on the fenders. And you can see the door handles are done as well. However, this one has no front and no rear tampos. Last but not least in this pack, this really cool 78 Dodge Monaco police car with the, what is this here? The Matchbox State Police. Pretty cool livery. This livery does come up once in a while, basically, and this one with the dog dish wheels, chrome middle, black ring, definitely very cool with the gray base once more. Notice how the pickup actually has a black base, which is kind of unusual. But yeah, really nice cast. Very reminiscent of like kind of like a Blues Brothers, Smokey and the Bandit type era cars. Although Smokey and the Bandit's all Pontiac and not Dodge, but hey, you know what? Very cool cars, nevertheless. Um, Big body sedan. I love police cars, anyways. You're probably noticing as well. So far, we've had a police car in each of the packs that we've seen. And for the following pack, that is not going to change, actually. Still going to be looking at a police car in this one as well. You can see right here. Let's start from the bottom on this one, basically. So, Autobahn Express, or Autobahn, should I say. Polizei liveried Defender 90 Land Rover. Very cool. So you've got obviously very German police livery on this one as well. Love these off-road wheels from Matchbox. They look really good. Nice chrome center. They do come in black chrome on certain casts, which I find look even better. But hey, this looks really good. No cherry on top on this one, but you do have the nice push bar on the front. Rear does not have tampo work either, but look, at the end of the day, the livery is really nice, and the push bar makes it very livable if we're talking about the front tampos in either way. We have the nice little BMW 2002. This would be 1969 model, so very early model. I love this one in that dark green with a dark brown interior. I don't know if you can see a little bit of that interior, but really cool color combo. Front and rear tampos are done, and I'll give you a sneak peek of what it looks like out of the package through this first release yellow version. Look at that tampo work on the front. Tampo work on the back with the BMW 2002 livery license plate, pardon me, as well as a BMW logo. Really well done casts. So these are literally exactly the same except for the color, same base color. You got a white interior on the yellow version versus the dark brown version of the interior on the green one in the pack. But hey, really nice cast. Really like this one. Rear view mirrors are done. Next up, we have a Aston Martin DBS Volante, so the convertible version, which is a really nice cast. I think in this pack, this would be my favorite out of the pack. Fortunately, no rear tampos, but you do have the front that's really well done. You can take a peek at right there. Black interior, going straight up to the Matchbox version of the Porsche Panamera. In a nice yellow with black wheels. Oh boy, sorry about that. Lack of focus there. Front and rear tampos are done, as opposed to the Hot Wheels version, which in this case for the Porsche Panamera, we're talking about a police version to offset. Always notice, it's never going to be exactly the same one from one to the other, all depending on who releases the casting first. So in this case, Matchbox got the road version, whereas Hot Wheels got the police version, opposite of the Gallardo we checked out earlier, which we all know that there's been multiple releases of the Gallardo in several versions from Hot Wheels, be it the Trofeo, be it the Superleggera, be it the regular version. And so Matchbox had to go police version on that one. Last but not least, we've got actually a variation of that Zamac looking Ford GT we saw before. This time we've got a red, dark metallic red version. White stripes, which you can barely see on there, but they're there. And you've got some of those 5-spokes. This is actually pretty different because you got a 5-spoke with a white lip, which is really unusual. I think this is the only Matchbox I have with this color combo on the wheels. Again, pretty much same thing. Front tampos are done, rear are not done because of the Go Fast stripes. No side stripes. You've got the black base, which gives it a black lip, which I find really looks good. But yeah, really nice version of this car, and only available in 5 packs. So we're going to look at the last 5-pack that we're going to be checking out tonight. And this is one that I find really cool. I am a wagon lover at heart, so when I see MBX wagons, automatically it's a win. We're going to check out first and foremost the first here, which is the Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. So Vista Cruiser is pretty much a staple in the good old 70s American wagon, you know, land yacht, family car type of thing going on. And I did bring out a loose version of this, which would be this nice little gold one here, which is like that 70s show spec kind of Vista Cruiser. If ever anybody out there is a fan of that show. Got the dogs in the back. Pretty cool. This one is completely untouched on my end. Did not add my touch, my personal touches in regards to detailing. Probably will, trying to resist. This is a desirable cast, but you'll really notice that it's exactly the same cast, same wheels. Only difference really is the interior, that is tan on the boxed version, black on the loose version, and obviously the body color, which is completely different, but it's the same tampo on the sides, same tampo work on the sides. No front details, no rear details, but at the end of the day, front works well since the base does lend itself to most of the front fascia except for the little middle portion here, which is, you know, typical Oldsmobile. It's a styling cue that was carried over all the way until the release of the Olds Aurora in the mid-90s, and followed the Intrigue that followed, the Alero, which had their own specific style. You can already see the second wagon in this pack. So we've got a nice 1959 Chevy wagon. This is a Impala kind of thing going on, with the roof rack and a whole bunch of stuff on there, with the Wild West Tours livery in a nice kind of like pearl purple. I do have a short card blue version of this that I do prefer to the one that's in the pack right here, but at the end of the day, it's still a wagon. Love my wagons, so there you go. Third one, more modern wagon here. We've got the Cadillac second generation CTS and only generation wagon of the CTS, so the sport wagon right there. Really nice cast. Got front and rear tampos on this one, and you've got the twin 10 spokes again. Dark maroon, which is a good color for this car, and there was actually a color from GM that kind of resembles this color. See a little bit better color here. I put it towards the light. It was definitely lighter in the GM real GM color that was offered on these, but it's not a CTS-V, just a regular CTS. Really nice car. I do have a pearl white coupe also of the CTS, and for this generation CTS, it's actually Hot Wheels that has the licensing on the sedan, and the sedan is a CTS-V in Hot Wheels, guys. So last of the classic wagons we're going to look at is right above here, the 64 Ford Fairlane wagon. A nice gold, really nice side detailing on these. I love the classic cars by Hot Wheels because they really do a good job at the side detailing. No front and rear details. Again, the grille or the front part is part of the base, so that offsets the body, which works well. And the rear, so unfortunately no tampos there. And last but not least, in the 5 packs we're going to be checking out today is this really cool version of the Audi RS6 Avant. So this is a C5 generation, twin turbo 4.2 liter V8, 450 horsepower from the factory, all-wheel drive through the Quattro system. So you got the 5-spoke with the chrome lip, full front and rear deco, side mirrors, and a matte gray, which is really cool. First version I picked up of this was probably the first release, if I'm not mistaken. This would be it. It's a pretty rare variation in the sense that most of the releases following were all with the Matchbox 5 spokes, whereas this one has the twin 10s. So if you want to look at the detail work on this, you've got the license plate, you've got the full lights, Audi logo in the grille, and the RS6 badge on the, well, in this case we're looking frontal. We're going to be looking at the left side of the grille. This one has a black interior, same for the one in the 5-pack. And here's the rear. So basically, we've got the full detailing on the rear as well. You've got the emergency lights above the license plate, Audi logo, the RS6 logo, rear lights. The only thing that's missing on this one, I believe, would be a touch of silver for the exhaust, and maybe a little bit of black for that grill in between those two exhaust tips. But all in all, one of my favorite Matchbox casts. Sunroof is there as well, so really do enjoy that one. And this was picked up brand new when it came out. Have it ever since, never letting it go. So there you go. That pretty much sums up the little Matchbox showcase I wanted to show you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed checking out some Matchbox. It's a nice it's a nice little variety of cars. And if you did enjoy the video, please do give a thumbs up it's always encouraging. And obviously comment your feedback. Out of all these, which was your favorite 5-pack? Out of all the 5-packs, which was your favorite casting? And of course, subscribe if ever you want to be notified of future uploads on my behalf. So on that, I will wish you an excellent rest of your day. Happy holidays in advance, and stay safe out there. Happy hunting. Take care, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.